Hello everyone. Our lesson for today talks about rounding. It's lesson 4 and 5 from chapter 1. Let's start. What do we mean by the word rounding? Rounding is when you change the value of a number to one that is easier to work with. In rounding, we have weak numbers and strong numbers. The weak numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The strong numbers are 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. When we're rounding a number, any number after the rounded number will change to 0. Anything before the rounded number would stay the same. Weak numbers cannot push any other numbers, but strong numbers would push the rounded number one step forward. Let's have some examples. Round to the nearest 10. The first example, we have 73. They said round to the nearest 10. So we look at the tens. In the tens, we have number 7. We look at the number directly after the tens, which is number 3. And number 3 is a weak number. So it's not gonna push number 7 one step forward. The 7 would stay the same and the 3 would become 0. So the answer is 70. Here we have 46. Again, they said round to the nearest 10. The tens over here is number 4. The number after the rounded number or after the tens directly is number 6. And number 6 is a strong number. So it's gonna push the 4 one step forward. After 4 we have 5. So the answer would be 50. And again, any number after the rounded number would become 0. Anything before it would stay the same. For example, here we have 215. The tens is the 1. After the tens, we have 5. A 5 is a strong number, so it would push the 1 one step forward. So the 1 would become 2, the 5 0, and the 2 which is in the hundred place would stay the same because anything before the rounded number stays the same. Anything after the rounded number becomes 0. 762. The tens is the 6. After the tens, I have number 2. And number 2 is a weak number, so it cannot push number 6. So the 6 would stay the same, 2 would change into 0, and 7 would change stays the same. So the answer is 760. Here they said round to the nearest 100. We have 872. Instead of looking at the tens, we're gonna look at the hundreds. In the hundred place, we have number 8. After the 8 directly, we have number 7, which is in the tens place. And 7 is a strong number, so it would push the 8 one step forward. So the 8 would become 9. And the 7 and the 2, 72 would change into 0. So the answer is 900. 641. In the hundreds place, we have number 6. After the 6 directly, I have number 4, which is in the tens place. And number 4 is a weak number, so it cannot push any other number. So 6 would stay the same, 41 would change into 0, because as I said before, Anything after the rounded number changes into 0. Anything before the rounded number stays the same. Here we have 1362. In the hundreds place, we have number 3. After number 3, I have number 6, which is in the tens place. And 6 is a strong number, so it would push the 3 one step forward. And after the 3, we have 4. So the 3 would become 4. 62 would change into 0, and number 1 would stay the same. So the answer is 1400. Because anything before the rounded number stays the same, so we kept the 1 as it is, and 62, we kept them 0. And our last example is 3612. In the hundred place, I have 6. After 6 directly, I have 1. And 1 is a weak number. It cannot push any other number one step forward. So 6 would stay the same, 1 and 2 would change into 0, and the 3 would stay the same. So the answer is 3600. We kept the 3 the same because it's before the rounded number, so it stays the same. 1 and 2, we made them zeros because anything after the rounded number changes into 0. And that's the lesson for today.